I bet you guys miss me. I'm here today to give you your workshop via video. So before we start, you might need to pause the video and get out the worksheet I left for you titled Benchmark 1 Lesson 1 Workshop. You'll need to follow along with your drawing with me. So if I draw on the board or write something, you need to write it on your piece of paper. The best thing to do is to get a blank sheet of computer paper and fold it in half long ways. This side will be today's workshop. The other side will be tomorrow's workshop. So if you need a moment, pause the video and get your worksheet. So today we're going to talk about the process of mitosis. It's also the process known as asexual reproduction, which is a method of reproduction used for single-celled organisms that don't need to have male and female. They can simply reproduce by themselves. It's also kind of like cloning. What we're going to do is simplify the process of mitosis and understand what we start with and what we end with, and how the parent and offspring are same and different. So we're going to start with the cell. And because this division really deals with how the cell splits up its genetic material, instead of drawing all the organelles, we're just going to focus on how the reproduction splits up the genetic material, so the chromosomes. All of our cells have paired chromosomes. We have 23 pairs of chromosomes. We're going to draw a really simple cell with 2 pairs of chromosomes. So chromosome number 1 is going to be tall, and chromosome number 2 is going to be short. So when chromosomes are paired, we call it diploid. So this is our diploid parent cell. So if this parent cell were to simply divide right now, it would only have half the genetic material and half the organelles and half the material. And if it continued to divide and divide and divide, eventually it would run out. So before a cell can divide, it goes through a phase of preparation where it duplicates everything. So we're going to draw the same cell again, only a little bit bigger, and now everything is duplicated. So instead of having 2, now we have 4 of each chromosome. And this takes the cell time and energy to prepare for division. There are a lot of steps in between that require the chromosomes to line up and for the cell to actually split. But remember, we're keeping things simple today. This large cell that's prepared for division simply splits everything equal. So you have to ask yourself, what needs to go in each cell so that the offspring look exactly like the parent? Well, we need to have 2 number 1s and 2 number 2s. So these 2 new cells are called daughter cells. And they are identical to the parent. So these 2 new daughter cells are just like the parent. So this process occurs anytime your cell in your body replicate. Like for instance, your skin cells are always renewing, and your body goes through this process to continuously make new skin cells. A paramecium, which is a one-celled creature, might also divide this way to continue reproducing. There's no male and female needed. There's no exchanging of genetic materials. This is simply making a copy of oneself. There's some pros and cons to this. If you have a genetic defect, you have the potential to continue to pass it down to your offspring over and over and over again. That would be a downfall. But you don't have to find a mate. You simply divide. So this is part 1, and this is the process simplified of mitosis and asexual reproduction. Make sure that you put this paper in your notes, and make sure you keep it for the next workshop, because we're going to compare another cell division process that's very similar to mitosis in the next one.